What if the most powerful performance-enhancing drug in the world wasn't a pill, but a burning ball of fire 93 million miles away? And what if the first 10 minutes of your day determine how your brain will function for the next 16 hours? Most people start their mornings by doing the exact thing that ruins their day. They think their energy depends on coffee or motivation, but the real key that controls your focus, metabolism, and mood happens before you even touch your phone. And here's the problem. People reach for their smartphones and flood their retinas with artificial pixels, telling their brain it's fake noon while their body is still in night mode. So I ran a simple experiment. For 30 days, I tried to get direct sunlight within the first 10 minutes after waking. The change in my evening sleep and morning focus felt like upgrading my brain's operating system. My energy stabilized, my afternoon crashes disappeared, and my sleep improved without changing my bedtime. Today, we're uncovering the hidden science of what I call the circadian anchor. I'll show you how the first 600 seconds of your day shape the next 16 hours. Because if you want to fix your energy, you must first fix your morning signals. Welcome to Vital Habits. The problem: digital blindness. Modern mornings look like this. The alarm rings, you grab your phone, you start scrolling, then comes the coffee. But your brain evolved for something completely different. For millions of years, humans woke up to 3 signals: light, movement, and hydration. Today, we replaced them with blue light, caffeine, and stress. This creates what scientists call biological mismatch. Your brain expects sunlight, but gets a glowing screen. Your nervous system expects movement, but gets stillness. Your hormones expect gradual activation, but receive an instant cortisol spike. And the result? Brain fog, energy crashes, poor sleep. We evolved under the open sky, but we live under LED lights. This is the ultimate biological mismatch. When you wake up and immediately check your phone, you create a massive dopamine spike without any physical effort. This confuses your internal clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus. By staying indoors during the first hour of the day, you're essentially keeping your brain in a state of permanent jet lag. You're not lazy, you're just out of sync. If you want to fix your energy, you must first fix your light input. Most biohackers focus on what they eat in the morning, but ignore what they see. The science and the experiment. Let's talk about the neurobiology. Your eyes are actually part of your brain. In fact, they're the only part of the brain that sits outside the skull. When morning photons hit special cells in your eyes, called melanopsin ganglion cells, 2 powerful biological events begin. First, the cortisol pulse. Second, the melatonin timer. The cortisol pulse triggers a healthy rise in cortisol, giving you energy, alertness, and focus. The melatonin timer starts a biological countdown. The light you see at 7 a.m. tells your brain to begin producing melatonin roughly 16 hours later. That's why the first 10 minutes matter so much. To understand this even deeper, we need to talk about 3 key hormones: cortisol, dopamine, and insulin. First, cortisol. Cortisol is not your enemy. It's your wake-up hormone. Every morning, your body releases something called the Cortisol Awakening Response. Within 30 to 45 minutes after waking, cortisol rises by 50 to 60%. This rise shifts your brain from sleep mode to performance mode. But here's the catch. If your first stimulus is your phone, the brain interprets it as psychological stress. Emails, messages, news. Instead of a healthy cortisol rhythm, you create a stress-driven cortisol spike. Second, dopamine. Dopamine is your motivation molecule. Scrolling social media in the first minutes of the day floods your brain with artificial dopamine. This means your brain starts the day already overstimulated. And when dopamine spikes too early, something strange happens. Your motivation actually drops later in the day. That's why so many people feel exhausted around 2 p.m. Third, insulin sensitivity. Your body is naturally more insulin sensitive in the morning, but when you wake up stressed, dehydrated, and inactive, your metabolism starts the day in energy conservation mode. This affects fat burning, blood sugar regulation, and hunger signals. So I ran an experiment, and the results were unexpected. On the days I skipped sunlight, my 3 p.m. crash became much stronger. But here's what happened when I started getting morning light. My caffeine cravings disappeared. My body began producing its own natural wake-up chemistry. My energy became stable, my appetite decreased, and surprisingly, my sleep improved, even though I never changed my bedtime. Why? Because morning signals program your circadian rhythm for the entire day. Most biohackers will tell you to buy expensive technology, light therapy boxes, smart glasses, and gadgets, but nature already has a free version. It's called the sun. Even on a cloudy day, outdoor light is 10 to 50 times stronger than the brightest office lamp. This is not medical advice. This is biological optimization. Actionable steps, the low-hanging fruits. To reset your mornings, you only need 3 simple low-hanging fruits. 1. The phone-free porch. Do not touch your phone until you've spent at least 5 minutes outside. No windows, no sunglasses. Your eyes need direct natural light to activate the neural circuits. Look towards the sky. Even 2 to 5 minutes is powerful. Morning light activates the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the master clock of your brain. It tells your body, wake up, increase cortisol, and start producing dopamine. And most importantly, it starts the timer for melatonin release 14 to 16 hours later, which means better sleep at night. 2. Hydrate before you stimulate. Before your first coffee, drink water. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up slightly dehydrated. Even 1 to 2% dehydration can reduce mental performance. So before coffee, drink a large glass of water. This reactivates circulation, it improves oxygen delivery to the brain, and it helps stabilize blood sugar. Simple but powerful. 3. 60 seconds of movement. You don't need a workout, just 1 minute of movement. Stretch, squat, walk around. This sends a signal to your nervous system. The day has started. Movement activates dopamine pathways and improves mitochondrial activity. Your cells literally begin producing more energy. Early morning sunlight contains a unique mix of blue and orange wavelengths that stabilizes your circadian rhythm. Even if it's raining, go outside. So the first 10 minutes of your day should look like this: light, water, movement. That's it. No technology, no supplements, just biology. The Vital Habits Philosophy. The journey we've taken through these 10 videos has been about one simple idea: using modern science to reconnect with our biological roots. We explored cold, heat, breath, movement, and light. When you combine them, you don't just feel better, you become a higher performance version of yourself, harder to exhaust, harder to distract, and harder to break. The vital habit. We are not machines, we are ecosystems. We need light, we need movement, and we need rhythm. Most people try to fix their energy later in the day, with coffee, sugar, or motivation hacks. But energy is not built in the afternoon, it's programmed in the first 10 minutes after waking, because the real biohack isn't technology, it's learning how to work with your biology, not against it. Are you ready to reclaim your sunrise? If tomorrow morning you leave your phone on the nightstand, write sun in the comments. Today's vital habit is simple. Win the first 10 minutes and the day wins itself. I'm your host, and this was Vital Habits. Take control of your rhythm. Take back your life. And remember, this is only the beginning.